Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there. It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are highly welcome to Saturday morning edition. Guys, a lot is taking place right now, and in the next 3 days, are very critical days in the transfer window. Yes, the transfer window will be shut on the 10th until the end of the month. So get ready between now and Monday. By Tuesday, a lot is going to be taking place. Yes, this weekend, clubs are working around the clock to get deals sealed, including Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, and like I brought to you yesterday, it is very clear. Chelsea have been offered Mohamed Kudus. Chelsea are equally still working to secure the signature. Yes, signature of who? Gittins. And Chelsea are equally working on Ekitike. That is just not all. Chelsea are still working on Mike Magnon. So all these deals, any of these deals could go through. As a matter of fact, Fabrizio Romano reported that Nico Williams, yes, Nico Williams from Athletic Bilbao. Nico Williams, I'm repeating it again. Chelsea interest is there. But the problem with Chelsea is the salary. Chelsea might just not be able to pay the salary. Williams currently is on about £200,000 a week. And Bilbao are about to start to negotiate with the player. Oh yes, to give him an increment, maybe 220. Can Chelsea match that 220 or give him 250 and secure his services? It would have been the best option. Ladies and gentlemen, now we understand Rafael is equally available. He actually asked AC Milan that he wants to leave. Rafael has submitted or tendered in a notice to AC Milan that he wants to leave AC Milan. Rafael, yeah, if you ask me, Rafael, quite good, but I'll prefer Nico Williams. But I am beginning to sense something. We know Mike Maignan already has asked that he wants to leave and join Chelsea, right? Is it that the goalkeeper Mike Maignan spoke together or agree with Rafael Leo that, come on guy, let's go. Let's get the deal secured in the Premier League. Do you think the two probably are working together? Look, interesting days are coming. The next few days is going to be serious. Watch out. Anything can happen in the next 3 days with this transfer window. In the next transfer windows. Now, my honest question that I want to ask right now about one particular player, which we are waiting to hear a news on. Not necessarily to Chelsea. He has disappointed us, or Chelsea I'm not too sure who. For me, Victor Osimhen, my honest question, what exactly does he want? Victor Osimhen, what exactly does he want? Saudi Arabia offered him a contract worth 35 million euros per year. The Saudis offered him a contract worth 35 million euros per year. But his demands are just too high. 35 million euro, and he has not yet said yes. He has not said yes to them yet. Oh, I know most of you say, oh, you heard it, that he has agreed to terms last night. No, not yet. Maybe this morning before we're going to get a clarification on that. But look, 30 million euro, 35 million euro, and you have not said yes. What exactly? This is an honest question I'm asking. 35 million euro a year. You see, some European clubs are interested in this young man. 26, Victor Osimhen. Yet, he won't agree to their wage policies. What is his ambition right now? What does he really want? What does he really want? Because even Chelsea, 15 million, he will not get it. We were not ready to pay him 15 million. The Saudis offered him 30, he rejected it. 35 right now to say yes, he has not yet emphatically agreed. What is his ambition? Listen, if he doesn't give any answer in the next 24 hours, the Saudis will walk out on the deal. Yeah. From what we are hearing, which is from an unconfirmed sources, he has agreed, but it is Napoli that are delaying the deal. No. At this stage, Napoli cannot delay him. Napoli don't want him any longer. Napoli do not want him any longer. 70 million euros for Napoli. They would have accepted it. Even after all, if Saudis can offer Napoli 70 million euros, why can't they add an extra 5 million euro and get a deal sealed? If it's not from the player. I know today, Saturday, because the Saudis have given the next 24 hours to get the answer yes, or the deal we call off. Now, if they should call off the deal right now, where is it going to fall? Premier League clubs, who Arsenal are not going to be paying him 15 million euros. United, they don't have it even. Chelsea, for me, like right now, as we are being told that the wage structure, Chelsea are ready to break the wage structure for certain caliber of players. But are we ready to do it for Victor Osimhen to come in? It's too late. Right now, there's nothing Chelsea can do. What does Victor Osimhen actually want? 35 million euro. Generational wealth per year. Just sign 3 years with them. By then, you'll be 29 years old. At least you still, below 30. Then you can come back and conclude in Europe if you still have the strength. But you see, the truth of the matter is that you will lose your value if you spend 3 years in Saudi Arabia. You lose your value. My own guy, Asamoah, spent, 2 years or 3 seasons over there. From there, you know, which club are you going to be playing in again? You are collecting the cash, but at the end of the day, that is the end of your career. African best going to Saudi Arabia to play football when you're supposed to be playing in the Champions League. Oh, come on. African best player. Instead of playing the Champions League, you are playing the Saudi Pro League. Victor Osimhen to Saudi Pro League. Here we go. It's about to happen. It will happen. They're just waiting for the confirmation. I believe any moment from now, that news could be out there. Yes. Because it's like, for me, some part of me, sometimes I feel like, a few days ago, I was like, maybe he doesn't want to go to the Saudi at his current age. And the truth also is that no top European club is ready to match his wage demands. He either stays at Galatasaray or reduce his wage demands and move to a top European 5 club. Even Galatasaray, they gave him an offer, yes, which he rejected. So he either stays at Galatasaray or reduce his wage demands and move to a top European club. Simple. Then continue to progress. Possibly next year you still win the African player again. Remember, Victor Osimhen is already in the top 10 world best players, right? Last season. Yeah. Last season he was rated among the top 10 as an African best. Yeah, I should think so. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It is your breakfast. I will not be taking much time. Ange Postecoglou has been sacked by Tottenham yesterday. Ange Postecoglou has been sacked by Tottenham yesterday. Decision made by chairman Daniel Levy, as usual, as always. Listen, this man, there's a problem with this man. There's a problem with this man. And you know the problem? Okay, let me tell you now quickly. You see, Tottenham. Pochettino was sacked months after leading Tottenham to Champions League finals. Poch was sacked after leading Tottenham to Champions League finals. Jose Mourinho was sacked 6 days before the 2021 League Cup final. Now, Ange Postecoglou has been sacked just 16 days after winning the Europa League and ending a 17-year trophy drought for the club. 17-year trophy drought for the club. After winning it, he got sacked. This man by name, what is his name? Levy what? What's his name? Levy what? Danny Levy, right? Is the man okay at all? Well, Postecoglou, his CV has risen. He's the biggest winner. And he said it before that he wins in his second season. He said wherever he goes, he wins in his second season. And guys, he won in his second season. That is a proof of who he is, the Australian. Now, any club that want to hire him, he can boldly tell them, give me 4 years or give me 3 years, because in my second season to my third season, that's when I win. Third season is for my building. Second season, I do win. And he did it. Ladies and gentlemen, I pity Hotspurs players. Yeah, when it looks like the players are beginning to understand the coach, then the coach gets stuck. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, Arsenal, we understand. Arsenal are on Benjamin Sesko deal. Yes, Sesko, who is keen to join Arsenal with advanced talks ongoing over personal terms. Benjamin Sesko to Arsenal. Arsenal cannot simply trigger the 80 million release clause. It's a complicated structure. It is. And the clause has also increased. That's why the fee is being negotiated freely. And Arsenal, with Andrew Berta involved, their new sporting director, are fully informed about the situation. A transfer fee of between 80 million euro to 100 million will be the deals. Leipzig and Sesko share a top relationship. Listen, Leipzig, that's a club, and Sesko shares a top relationship. Their marriage is tight. The player and the club. The player is relaxed and holds great respect for RB Leipzig. Now waiting for agreements between the two clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, so Arsenal are working on their man. Just like we understand Nico Williams is a priority for Chelsea and Arsenal. Williams is a priority for Chelsea and Arsenal, according to Fabrizio Romano. When they say priority, you get it. For Chelsea and Arsenal. But the player is very comfortable at Athletic Bilbao. And they want to renew his contract. Ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, the next 3 days is going to be very critical. Very, very critical. In the next 3 days, in this transfer window. Victor Osimhen, like I told you earlier on, has accepted Al Hilal's offer according to Dimasio, which we are yet to get a confirmation on that. All that is missing is agreement between the clubs, with the Arabs reaching 70 million euro. I am not confirming this. I believe that, for me, it will be a wonder of Victor Osimhen because of the money going to Saudi Arabia. My goodness. My goodness. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you guys. It's your breakfast. And let me not waste much time. Let me not take much time. It is your breakfast. Quickly, I'll be back. But quickly, Mikel Obi made a statement about Chelsea midfield. And he's been trolled on X. Mikel Obi, he brought himself up again. And I want to say this about it. Let me read for you first what he said. Mikel Obi. Yeah. He said, Mikel Obi says that what? He said, pick Mikel in 2012-2013 will still get into this Chelsea midfield despite the obvious quality they have. I will pick myself over those guys. But all the midfielders' performances have been fantastic. Mikel Obi picking himself over the current Chelsea midfield players. And he's being trolled on X. Seriously. And many are trying to remind Mikel Obi where he started. And let me just tell you one or two. You see, a player like Mikel Obi, when he came to Chelsea, some of you might be very young, you might not know. Some of you only watched the Champions League final in 2012. That is what most of you just watched. But if you know Mikel Obi, when he entered Chelsea, he was warming the bench. For him to choose himself over these current midfielders in Chelsea, including Caicedo, Enzo, Lavia, for him, of course, I don't expect him to choose any other player. But the way he put it, as if the current squad, none of them qualified to be in the squad then. Guys, if you ever followed Chelsea in early 2000, 2005, 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Mikel was on a bench. Mikel only had the opportunity to play in the first 11 after Ballack left. Mikel wasn't a starter when Ballack, Makelele, when they were in the squad. He wasn't there. It is after Ballack and Makelele left and Osimhen got injured and consistently, keep aggravating his injury. That was when Mikel began to get a starting role. It is true that the 2012 Champions League final, oh yes, he played his best football ever in that finals. It is true. Under the Matteo. It is true. But the reality of the matter is that sometimes Mikel needs to tone down a little. We know how his career, came about. We know. He's been trolled seriously on X. Ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it here. I'll be back in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.